Morning student, I am going to start today current electricity. So before we start the discussion, I want to say something. Please share, subscribe and like my channel. Thank you. So what is the current electricity? Okay, so very simple. So the flow of charge through through conductor in unit time in unit time is called current electricity. Okay, you can also say unit time, that means you can say also the rate of flow of charge through conductor is called current electricity. Okay, so let me consider a conductor. So let me consider q charge flow in t time. In time t through the conductor. So then you can write in time t the charge flow through the conductor is q. Okay, so according to definition, in unit time the charge flow through the conductors, then you can write q by t. Okay, so in time t the charge flow through the conductor is q. So in unit time the charge flow is what, q by t. So this is equal to what, current electricity. So the symbol of current electricity is I. So you can write I equal to q by t. So what is the charge? You are, that's a question. What is the charge? Charge is measurable, that means the number of electron. Okay, so it's a depend upon number of electron passes through or flow through the conductor. If we know that one electron flow through the conductor, that means the charge is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, so this coulomb is what, SI unit of charge, SI unit of charge. Okay, so if 2 electron flow through the conductor, that means the charge is 2.16 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Similarly, if the n electron flow, that means the total charge through the conductor, that means n into E, where you can write where E equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, so where n is the what? N is the number of electron passed through the cross section area of the conductor. Where n is, you can write where n is the what? Number of electron passed through the cross section of a conductor. Cross section, that means this one, inlet. Okay, and it's about outlet. So that means the total number of electron passes through the conductor, that is n. So okay, so the total charge is what? N into E. Okay, so after then you can write, so after then you can write I. So in place of the charge, if the n electron passes through the conductor, n means the total electron passes through the electron, then in place of q you can write n into E by t, where E is the what, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, we take always in magnitude. Okay, so so we can write E equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, is it clear? So now after then, So what is the SI unit of current electricity? Okay, what is the SI unit of current electricity? So SI unit of the current electricity, SI unit of current electricity is ampere, and symbol is A. Okay, so you can already know I equal to what? Q by T. So okay, unit you can write what? The unit of coulomb is what? Unit of charge is what? Coulomb. And unit of time is what? Second. So that means you can also define 1 ampere. 1 ampere is equal to what? 1 coulomb charge if time is 1 second. Okay, so 1 ampere. Okay, so 1 ampere you can say also when 1 coulomb charge 1 coulomb charge flow through the conductor in 1 second is called 1 ampere. Okay, you can also say it, the current electricity is equal to the total charge when time equal to 1 second. Okay, and the definition of 1 ampere when a 1 coulomb charge flow through a conductor in 1 second is called 1 ampere. Okay, is it clear? So now after then I am going to potential, concept of potential. So what is the potential? So let me start. Potential means any one work done by an external agent in presence of any force, against of force. So what is the here potential? We are going to define potential at a point. What is the meaning of potential at a point? Just okay, try to understand here. Okay, so now potential at a point. So now let me consider here charge. Okay, so let me consider charge body here. Here any one charge body present. Okay, so now we are going to find potential at point A. So obviously when any charge, let Q charge at a place at infinite, okay, so this Q charge bringing for by the external from infinite to point A, okay, so obviously it's a positive charge, so we know that when the positive charge then repel to each other. So first of all I am saying due to this positive charge there is some electric field. So due to this electric field the force experienced on the charge, and due to the electric field obviously force experienced on this charge. Okay, so when this charge it will come to near this charge body repel to this charge. Okay, so when you bring charge Q from infinite to near the charge body, obviously this charge body repel to this charge. So for bring Q charge from here to here, obviously some force by external agent. Okay, for bring infinite to near to the charge body, okay, or to a point A. So that means obviously there is also work done by the external agent. Yes or no? So this work done external agent on unit charge, per unit charge, is called potential at point A. Okay, once again, let's here the charge body, here the charge. Obviously when it will near, when this charge it will come near to the charge body, then it will what? Repel to this charge. Okay, because of there is some electric field due to this charge body. So this force is also called electrostatic force. Okay, you will study in class 12. Okay, so now when this charge it will come to the charge near to charge body, it will repel. So obviously for bringing this charge from this infinite point to A point, obviously there is some need of external force, and if the some need of external force, that means there must be a work done by the external agent. So that work external agent by on per unit charge, that is called potential at that point. So that means you can write the work done by an external agent for bringing a unit positive charge. This is also called test charge. Unit positive charge from infinite to a point in against of electric force. Against of electric force is called potential at that point. So that means here the work done, here the what? When the Q charge, you can write here when Q charge bring, when Q charge bring from infinite to a point, the work done by an external agent, that is what? WEXT. Okay, so according to definition, for bringing a unit charge, and it is also called test charge. So when you bring a unit positive charge, so the work done by external agent WEXT by Q. So this work done, okay, is called potential at that point. So you can write VA equal to W external by Q. So it's a defined is potential at a point A. Okay. So after then I am going to explain potential difference. Same thing. So what is the potential difference? Okay, so potential difference, again we consider a charge body. Okay, so due to the charge body, obviously there is a field, that is electric field. Due to the electric field, that is the electric force. Okay, when any charge, okay, let Q charge from B point, we are bring from B point to A, that means external agent bring a Q charge from B to A in presence of what? Electric force due to the charge body. So that means obviously there is a must be external force. So that cause it will come from B to A. So obviously there is a work done by external agent from the charge bring from B to A. Okay, so this work done by external agent on unit charge, this is called potential difference, okay, between V and A. So you can write here VA minus VV is equal to, so what? You are writing what? Work done by external agent by Q. Okay. So this is the definition of work done by external agent. Okay. So that means you can write here the work done by an external agent. So you can write the work done by an external agent for a bring unit positive charge, that is you can say test charge from point, from one point to here one point is what? B to another point, that is A. Okay, so it's called and in presence of what? In against of electric force is called potential difference, is called potential difference. So you can write here again, so work done by external agent Wxt and charge bring amount is what? Q. So you can write Va minus Bb work done by external agent on unit charge. Okay, so that is divided by Q. So it's a called potential difference. Okay, so after that I am going to explain what is the unit of or SI unit of potential. So SI unit of potential. SI unit of potential. So potential understood W by Q. So SI unit of potential, SI unit of potential, you can write what? Volt. Okay, volt, and symbol is V. Okay, so what is the definition of 1 volt? So that means the work done by external agent is 1 joule required for bring a unit positive charge from infinite to a point. So that is called potential at that point is called 1 volt. Okay, so when 1 joule, when work done by external agent, work done by external agent 1 joule required to bring a unit positive charge from infinite to a point. So that is called 1 volt. Okay. So now after that I am going to explain resistance. What is the resistance? Okay. So now write down resistance. So resistance, that means what? The obstruction or you can say restriction offered to flow of current or charge and by the conductor is called its resistance. So you can write the obstruction or resistance. Then that means resist and the obstruction or resist the flow of current or flow of charge here, what that means? Flow of electron, okay, by conductor is called resistance of the conductor, and its value is R. Okay, so where R is here, so we know that in a conductor both charge, positive ions and electrons, positive charge and electron charge, that means hole and electron both are present. Okay, so that means positive charge does not flow but electrons flow. So let positive charge, okay, in state of rest but electron randomly movement, okay, free electron randomly movement. Okay, so it will collide to each other, and when there is no any potential difference across this conductor, so here you can say the average velocity, or that means average motion of the electron is what? 0. Okay, average motion of the electron is 0. So that means you can say net flow of electron here, net flow of electrons is 0 if there is no any potential across through the conductor. Okay, so that means every electron collide to each other or electron collide with the positive charge, that means hole. So that means you can say the net flow of electron is 0 in case of there is no potential across the conductor. So now if there any source of current electricity or any potential difference apply across this conductor, So let's we apply here the cell. This is a positive plate and it's a negative plate. So that in that case, obviously positive charge at rest, but the direction of electron, it will move towards the positive charge, towards the positive charge. Okay, and some electron collide with positive charge. So due to this collision, there is a produce a resistance. Okay, this is the obstruction of the flow of electron, and some impurity also in form of positive charge. So some impurity due to also the electron resist, flow of electron resist. Okay, so that is called also a resistance. Okay, so now after then, and one engine sum already studied in class 9, the direction of current always be considered the flow, the opposite direction of flow of electrons. So the direction of current is what? In this direction, positive plate, and in outside positive plate to negative plate, and inside from negative plate to what? Positive plates. Okay, so now after then I am going to explain Ohm's law. That's a very important. Okay, so now Ohm's law. Okay, so according to Ohm's law, say the so I, that means what? I is directly proportional to V. That means when the potential across the conductor increases, then the flow of electrons or movement of electron become fast, so the current electricity increases. Okay, so when the potential across the conductor increases, the movement of electron very fast, so that it will become the amount of current electricity also increases. So that means you can write V equal to V directly proportional to I. When you remove the proportional, you put a constant, that is R. So this R is called constant, and it is called resistance of the conductor. Resistance of the conductor. And you can also define the definition of resistance here, the slope of, that means the ratio of voltage or potential, the ratio of voltage to the current electricity. Current electricity is called resistance. So that means here the ratio of potential to the amount of current electricity, it will give a resistance. Okay, so now after then, so that means what is the resistance? 1 ohm SI unit of resistance. So SI unit of resistance is a what? Ohm. What? Ohm. That is ohm. Okay. So how can you define 1 ohm? So already told, the R equal to the ratio of potential and potential difference across the current conductor and the amount of current flow to the conductor. So that's a 1 ohm, that means 1. When the potential difference across the conductor 1 volt and the current passes through the conductor is 1 ampere, so that is defined 1 ohm resistance. Okay, so it's simple, you can write the resistance of conductor is numerically equal to potential difference applied across its end for the flow unit current through it. Okay, that means you can say here the resistance of a conductor is equal to potential difference across the conductor है ना, if the 1 ampere current flow, if the 1 ampere current flow through the conductor, okay, and 1 ohm you can say when the 1 voltage or 1 volt potential difference across the conductor and there the 1 ampere current flow through the conductor, so that is called 1 ohm resistance. Okay, if the 1 volt potential difference across the conductor, then 1 ampere current electricity है ना, electric current 1 ampere current flow through the conductor, so that is called 1 ohm resistance. Okay, so after then, so it's a resistance. Similarly, one thing, another term, that is what conductance. So you can write conductance is nothing, just the reciprocal of resistance. The reciprocal of resistance is called conductance. Okay, so already it's you know what is the resistance, what is the unit of resistance, that is ohm. Okay, so this is the word ohm inverse. SI unit of conductance, you can write SI unit of conductance, that is ohm inverse, or you can also write MHO, MHO. Okay, so either you can write ohm inverse or MHO. Okay, so some other unit like 1 kilo ohm, you can write 1000, that is 10 to the power QM ohm. Okay, you can also write 1 mega ohm, that means you can write 10 to the power 6 ohm. Okay, so this is a bigger unit of resistance. Okay, similarly, after then, what is the ohmic resistance and non-ohmic resistance? Okay, so ohmic resistance and non-ohmic resistance. That means in ohmic resistance, V by I always become a constant. That means the ratio of potential to the current always become a constant. Okay, either you can change potential and for different value of V and I, it will always become a constant. So that is what, that's a follow the obey the Ohm's law. Okay, so that means you can say that follow or obey the Ohm's law. So in this case, when you draw the diagram potential versus I graph, it will always become a what, constant. That means it will give a straight line. That means at any point, at any current, at any value of current electricity, okay, the slope always become a constant. So B by I is what? It's a, you can say also B by I is equal to, so let me consider, so let is a consider I, difference of this current electricity I. So let me consider this difference is what, potential difference V. So when you find theta, so this line makes an angle theta be positive axis. So we know that, I know that means the tan of this angle, that means theta makes be positive axis, so tan of this theta is give the slope of straight line. Okay, so this is slope of straight line. When you find, then it will become B by A. So this is what, slope of straight line, so that means you can say in V versus I graph, the slope of graph, it will give the resistance of the conductor. Again I am saying, what is the slope? Slope is nothing. Okay, any straight line makes angle with positive axis, and then angle theta, the tan of then angle, that means tan of theta, it will give a slope of straight line. Okay, again I am saying, just listen carefully. If the straight line makes an angle theta with positive axis, so then tan of that angle, okay, so tan of that angle is what? It will give a slope of straight line. Okay, so how can you find? So okay, so it's about difference of current and it's about difference of potential. So you can write here that tan theta equal to difference of potential and difference of current. Okay, so it will give a slope of this graph, and it will what? It will here represent resistance of the conductor. So in case of the ohmic resistance, it will become a straight line. Okay, so this is the ohmic resistance. So now non-ohmic resistance. In case of non-ohmic resistance, so now in case of the non-ohmic resistance, that means V by I, okay, that will give a different value, not constant, different value for the different value of V and I. Okay, so in this case, non-ohmic resistance, when you draw the graph V versus I, it will give what? It will give like a curve line. So when you find the slope at these points, when you draw the tangent at these points, let makes an angle theta 1 with positive axis. So here that means what? Tan theta 1 slope. So already told, okay, in potential versus current graph, the slope of a straight line, it will give a resistance. So at this point, obviously resistance, you can write what? R1. Okay, similarly when you find the resistance at this point, so again draw the tangent at this point, let makes an angle theta to be positive axis. So here the slope of a straight line here is what? Slope of this tangent at this point is what? Tan theta 2. So it's a what? Resistance at this point. Okay, similarly when you find resistance at this point, say draw a tangent and let's see, let the theta 3 angle makes be positive axis. So the slope of this tangent tan theta 3, that means what? It's a resistance at particular this current. So you can write resistance. So but here the slope value not equal, all are different, so here the resistance value also different. So it's a what? Non-ohmic conductor. So you can simply say the ratio of V by I, okay, different value gives for the different value of V and I. Okay, so it's a non-ohmic resistance. Okay, so I am giving us some explanation or some numerical on the basis of graph in versus V versus I. So let we consider V versus I. Okay, so let there are three graphs. Let we consider A and B and C. Okay, and temperature constant. Here the temperature constant. So what is the order of resistance of conductor? This is the what? Graph of conductor A, conductor B, conductor C, when the potential across the conductor B and the I, okay, it's a what? I axis. Okay, it's a what? Potential axis. So what is the order of resistance of A, B, C? What is the order of resistance of conductor A, B, C? So already told you V versus I graph, it's a what? It's a what? Slope of straight line in V versus I graph. Okay, and it will what? Already told this, the V by I, the ratio of V by I is what? Resistance. Okay, so now first you let it will extend with positive axis, let theta 1 here makes angle theta 1, let this one is the makes theta 2 and this one is makes theta 3. Okay, so already we know that the tan theta 1, tan theta 2 and tan theta 3, these are the slope of the straight line A, straight line B, straight line C. Okay, so obviously here you can see that theta 3 greater than bit theta 2 greater than bit theta 1. So you can say that tan theta 3 is greater than tan theta 2 is greater than tan theta 1. Okay, so you can say BYI, obviously this is the what, del B, this is what del I, the difference of potential and difference of current electricity. So that means here you can say in this case V1 by I1 is greater than V3 by I3 greater than V2 by I2 greater than V1 by I1. So you can say V3 matlab V by I, the ratio of V by I already told R. So the R3 is greater than R2 greater than R1. So that means in this case here you can write RC greater than RB greater than RA. Okay, if you reverse the graph, it will consider this is the I-axis, and it's a V-axis. So here is the what? Now here just again opposite order of resistance. So now it will become RA greater than RB and greater than RC. But in case of the conductance, here in case of the conductance, RC greater than RB greater than RA. Okay, so this is the order of resistance and this is the order of conductance. Okay, so here the what? Conductance. In the case of the here, conductance of C conductor greater than conductance of B. Okay, when the reverse the axis of current, electricity and potential. Okay, so now I am going to explain factor of resistance. So factors of resistance. Okay, so factor of resistance, first you write it's a directly proportional to length of the conductor. So when the length of the conductor increases, so the collision of electrons occurs more because it will travel distance more. So collision of electrons occurs more, so the resistance also increases. So R is directly proportional to length. Number 2, R is inversely proportional to thickness of conductors. That means area of cross section area of the conductor. Okay, so area increase, that means resistance decrease. Area decrease, that means resistance increase. Okay, so that means inversely proportional to A. And third one is the what? It's a depend upon nature of the material. And fourth one you can write, so nature of the material, third one, and fourth one you can write the, okay, so nature of material, I can say what? Temperature. Okay, so temperature. So when you combine these two equations, you can write R is directly proportional to L by A. So when you remove this proportional, you can write R equal to rho L by A. Okay, rho L by A. So this rho is constant and it is called specific resistance. And it is also called resistivity. So what is the SI unit of resistivity? So you can write from here rho equal to R into A by L. So that means what? Ohm meter square divided by meter. So meter cancel, it's a ohm meter. Okay, so this is the what? Resistivity unit, that is you can write ohm meter. Similarly you can write conductivity. So conductivity is what? Sigma. It's a what? Reciprocal of rho. That means reciprocal of resistivity. Okay, so that is called conductivity. So the SI unit of conductivity, you can write ohm inverse meter inverse. Okay, so now so the resistance become what? Rho into L by A, where rho is the what? Resistivity of the conductor, L is the length of the conductor, and A is the area of the conductor. You can also write the term in of radius, okay, radius of the wires and radius of the conductor. So we know that area of cross sectional look like what? Circle. Okay, so you can write what? Pi r square. Okay. So now I am solving a some problem on the base of the resistance. Acha. The fourth one is also told what? It's a rho. Rho is the what? Nature, and it's a what? It's a depend upon nature of the material. Okay. So now the most important, the temperature. Okay. So the RT equal to, you can write R naught plus R naught alpha del T. So where alpha is what? Alpha is the coefficient of resistance. Okay, so linear coefficient of or coefficient of resistance and temperature. So okay, coefficient of resistance, temperature. So here what? When the temperature increase, resistance increase. Why? You can say also when the temperature increase, then collision of electron also increases. Okay, so that means resistance also increases. So in case of the conductor, but in case of the semiconductor, temperature increases, then resistance decreases. But in case of the conductor, temperature increases, resistance increases. Okay. So now I am going to solve one numerical on the base of resistance. So let's be consider. Let the question is, if the length of the conductor increases 3 times, so then what effect on resistance? Okay, so we know that R equal to what? Rho into L by A. So firstly we consider the length of the L is the length of the conductor and A is the what? Area of the conductor. So then you can write R, rho, resistance equal to rho into L by A. So now after then, here the question is what? Length of the conductor increases 3 times. That means what? It will expand 3 times. Okay, so that means it's a what? Now new L. So that means what? L dash is what? L dash become 3L. Okay, so this is what? New length of the conductor. So what is the effect on the thickness? So we know that volume always conserve. Volume never be changed if the length or area be increases. So in previous case is what? It's a area and length is L. Okay, so when you expand this one, it will become 3L. So let this the A dash and it's a what? L dash is equal to 3L. So what effect on the area? So obviously we know that volume constant. So in this case we can write A into L. It's a volume of initial one, because we know that volume equal to what? Base area into length of the conductor. That is the give the volume of the conductor. In second case, what is the volume of this conductor? You can write A dash L dash. Okay, A dash L dash. Okay, so here what? A dash is we don't know, but L dash it will become 3L, thrice of initial length. So A into L. So now L cancel. Now A dash become A by 3. So the area becomes reduced by 3 times. So now after then you can write R dash equal to rho L dash by A dash. So whatever L dash is what? Become 3L and A dash become A by 3. So it's a become 9 rho L by A, and rho L by A already know what is initial resistance. So 9 times of, that means resistance become 9 times of initial resistance. Similarly, one question are very important. If the length of the conductor increases by 10%, then what effect on the resistance? Okay, so write down the question. If the length of the conductor increases by 10%, okay, if the length of conductor increases by 10%, then what effect on resistance? Okay, so let me consider initial length. L, initial length of the conductor L, okay, and area rho. So then you can write R equal to rho into L by A. Okay, so now new length increases by 10%, then you can write L plus L of 10%. So that means it will become 11 L by 10. Okay, so what effect on area? I don't know. So we know that volume always constant. So initial volume of the conductor A into L, final volume of the conductor, we consider area of new conductor A dash. So you can write A dash and length is should be L dash. So whatever A dash is what? I don't know. L dash become 11 L by 10. Okay, so here A dash become what? 10A by 11. Okay, so after then you can write new resistance rho L dash by A dash. So whatever L dash is what here? L dash become 11 L by 10 and A dash become 10 A by 11. So it will become rho 121, okay, 121 L by A by 100. So that means 121 by 100 rho L by A. So you can write 1.21 rho L by A. So that means you can write 1.21 old resistance. Okay, so 1.21 R times. Okay, so R dash become 1.21 times of initial resistance. Okay, thank you. If you want to more problems, so on the basis of resistance, so you can give a comment. So I will upload in next video lectures. Thank you.